Hi, so this is going to be a quick video. This is essentially me talking about the first fight and one of the issues with Wayfinder. I really like the game, don't get me wrong, but some of these boss fights that want you to farm it for a 1% drop rate item just tend to take way too long and tend to have way too many invincibility phases. You're going to see this is a little over a 3-minute fight throughout it, but as you can see in the timers in the top right corner, it's going to take a lot longer than the fight actually needs to actually finish up, just due to all the invincibility phases. So we can see it starting back up for the second time. And keep in mind, I'm not like, I don't have all my echoes, purple rarity, fully maxed out, everything else. I feel like this is pretty indicative of an average player, maybe a little higher than average. I believe at the current moment the Wind Mother's sword is the best weapon, but I honestly have no idea. I don't really keep up with the meta. But this is a fairly quick kill overall regardless. And you can see, we're still sitting at 30 seconds of actual time fighting, and we're already past a minute of time not fighting. And you can see just how interactive this fight is. I'm not moving at all. I'm just tanking the meteor hits. Completely pointless. Now we have to wait for the entire arena to break down and then her to slowly float her way down. Yada yada yada. And finally we get to fight her again. But we only fight her until like I think 50,000 health. That was a little bit of a mistake right there. That cost me like a second or two, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. And yep, here's this, the next part. And again, it's just taking so long. We're at 47 seconds of actually fighting her. Like, the last 17 seconds were within like a minute of time. And now we just have to kind of sit here and wait for this phase to end. And it just gets absolutely ridiculous just sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting. Then they want to give this boss a 1% drop rate item. It's just a little bit ridiculous. Um, Finally, we're back into this, but we're only gonna wait till it drops down 20,000 more health to 30,000, and then we're back to the waiting game. This boss is cool at first, but once you start fighting it 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 times, it really starts to get boring. Again, just waiting around, absolutely no challenge. You can just, sometimes the walls will even spawn in front of you so you don't get hit by them at all, so you don't even need to block. And then it's just sitting here waiting, no challenge, no nothing. Waiting, waiting. We're already 2 minutes up on the waiting game. And then finally we get to finish this off. And then wait. And there's the kill. And as we can see, we spent 2 minutes and 20 or 10 seconds just waiting around. 1 minute of that time was actually spent fighting the boss. And again, I'm sure there are people that can kill it even faster, and they're waiting. It's probably like them doing a 45-second kill and then waiting around for 2 minutes. It's just an absolutely ridiculous amount of time to wait, and I hope they either change the waiting time or change how, like, change the RNG amounts, because no one wants to sit around here and do this fight over and over and over again. 3 minutes and 20 seconds for a boss fight, like, whatever, I'm fine to grind that out if it's like even a 2.5% drop rate, because that means, that I'm gonna get it within 25 runs. But I, I don't know. It's just not 25 runs, sorry. But it's ridiculous when I have to wait this long in order to get a single artifact. Anyways, thanks for listening to my rambling. Have a good one, guys.